Africa's story did not begin with slavery. It did not begin with colonization. It began thousands of years earlier with kingdoms, civilizations, and cultures that shaped the very foundation of the world. But for too long, Africa's true history has been hidden, distorted, or erased. And this is why knowing African history is not just important, it is urgent. When a people are cut off from their history, they lose their sense of identity. They begin to see themselves through the eyes of others. That is exactly what happened to Africa. Colonialism taught us to forget. It taught us to ignore the greatness of our ancestors, and only remember the chains placed on their hands. But the truth is far bigger. Our history tells of empires like Mali, where Mansa Musa became the richest man who ever lived, and where Timbuktu became a global center of learning. Our history tells of Kemet, ancient Egypt, where Africans pioneered mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and architecture that still amazes the world today. Our history tells of Ethiopia, a nation that defeated colonial invaders and remained uncolonized, standing as a symbol of African resistance. Knowing this history changes everything. It shows us that Africa is not a continent of lack, but a continent of abundance. It shows us that we are not a people waiting to be saved, but a people who have always been capable of leading, creating, and inspiring. And it is not just about pride. History gives us lessons for the future. By studying how colonial powers built economies that exploited Africa, we learn how to build economies that serve Africans. By remembering Pan-African movements that united nations for freedom, we see the roadmap for uniting again in this generation. By honoring freedom fighters and visionaries who stood against impossible odds, we are reminded that no challenge today is too great. But here is the truth. If we don't tell our own history, someone else will. And when someone else tells your history, they control your destiny. That is why teaching African history to our children is one of the most revolutionary acts we can take. Every African child should know about the pyramids of Sudan, the libraries of Timbuktu, the warriors of Dahomey, and the leaders of independence. They should know they come from greatness. History is not just the past, it is the foundation of the future. A tree cannot stand without roots, and a people cannot rise without history. If we want unity, if we want development, if we want freedom, then we must begin with knowledge of who we are and where we come from. So the question is, will we continue to let others write our story, or will we reclaim it, teach it, and live it? Africa, the time has come. Know your history. Teach it in your homes, your schools, your communities. Share it with the world. Because when Africa remembers who it is, nothing can stop Africa from rising. If this message speaks to you, don't let it stop here. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to join this Pan-African movement. In the comments, tell us which African leader, empire, or tradition inspires you the most. Our history is our strength. Our strength is our future. And the future begins now.